What's up, guys? My name's Anthony and this is Crypto Ride. On this YouTube channel, we help you guys navigate through the crazy ups and downs in the cryptocurrency space through making project review videos of high quality altcoins like Chainlink, Matic, Phantom, KuCoin, really anything and everything that we believe will thrive in the upcoming bull market is something that we're going to cover. And of course, we're going to cover Bitcoin a lot because I do believe in this bull run that we're about to see over the next couple of years, and have already started to see that Bitcoin is going to have some of the major gains. That's not to say obviously altcoins won't do well, but at the moment, the Bitcoin dominance is real high and it's thriving. So if all this sounds like something you want to be a part of, make sure to join our community by subscribing. Also, shout out to our new subscribers, everybody who's been commenting and watching the videos. You guys are amazing and I definitely appreciate it. So before we get into the TA, I just want to start with an article I found. So I'm just going to start off by reading a couple of these facts for you guys that I think you need to know about. And then I'll explain how it relates to Bitcoin. Beijing responded to President Trump's threat to place new tariffs on Chinese goods on Monday by letting its currency, the Chinese yuan, sink to the weakest level in over a decade and ordering state-owned companies to reportedly halt their purchases of U.S. agricultural products. Also, a weaker yuan makes Chinese goods cheaper for overseas buyers, which may be necessary as China just lost its spot as the U.S.'s biggest trading partner. So, why am I telling you this? What's it all have to do with cryptocurrency? Well, as you can see here, cryptocurrency has surged higher. The surge higher coincides with a blistering sell-off in the Asian stock markets triggered by a breakdown in the U.S.-China trade relations. So as you guys can see on a macro level, it's all related. It appears that Bitcoin is establishing itself as a legitimate hedge to the volatility in traditional markets. And what I want you guys to remember is that Bitcoin was made with the intention of being a hedge against the dollar, and that's really, really important. So in my view, and everyone has their own stance on this, but I don't see Bitcoin being used to purchase that cup of coffee or make small purchases. I really do see it as a store of value, much like gold and silver. Also, unrelated to the trade war, you have to remember the U.S. economy is in the midst of a 10 or 11 year bull market, which is the longest bull market in history. So there's a lot of things happening in the economy, both globally and locally in the US, that we all have to be aware of. And as things get uncertain, Bitcoin is going to do really well in these times, in my opinion. So that's the first thing I want you to understand. With that being said, let's take a look at the price charts here, because I've heard multiple sources talk about how they think August could be the month we get to new 2019 all-time highs, which of course means we're trying to break that $13,900 level. So I have the MACD indicator here, and I wanted to talk about some of the signals that we're seeing from it. If you were just to trade the MACD and take the signals from there, you would historically have really good returns on Bitcoin. So take a look at this. Whenever these lines cross, you're potentially looking at a buy or a sell signal. And the last time these two lines crossed, which are two separate moving averages, we saw a pretty long histogram run upwards. So to be more specific, that was June 14th, where we had that buy signal, and the price was roughly $8,500 at that point. But this lasted from June 14th all the way up until June 30th. So this was about 2 weeks. The price ran up from $8,500 all the way up to our 2019 high. Now, what I want to point out was how fiercely these things grew and how far away the blue and the orange lines were from each other, which shows us that the price was kind of increasing fast and hard. All right, now I want to show you what it's doing right now. So starting on August 1st, right about here, the price was $9,600. We got this crossover, this MACD buy signal. And since then, it's just getting bigger and bigger. And these blue and orange lines, which are your two different moving averages, they're starting to get further and further apart. So as you can see right now, it looks like we've got definitely some more upside potential here. And I've been hearing different analysts say that we could see 2019 highs this month. But before we get carried away, I want to talk about the Fibonacci retracement tool. because this could point out some potential areas of resistance. And it should also be said that I'm not in any way a professional financial advisor. I'm just sharing my knowledge with you guys and just giving you some things to think about. But of course, you should not make any decisions based solely on what I say. But now that that's out of the way, the 61% Fibonacci retracement here is sitting right around $12,000, which of course is a psychological level. So it's going to be interesting to see in the next 24 hours if we can break through that, or really this week in general. But once we do, we've got a lot of runway here. So mark my words, if we break past 12,200, it should be smooth sailing all the way up to almost $13,000, 12,800. Okay, and then once we break past that, then we could easily see the all-time high in 2019. All right, so at the moment, I am definitely bullish on Bitcoin. Of course, anything's possible and no one really knows what's going to happen, but the probabilities tell us that that's where we're headed, and I'm excited. Obviously, July was a slow month for everybody, but again, when we see these big headlines come out about the economy and the economic uncertainty of it all, it's something that, for me, gets me excited about my Bitcoin investment. And I'll make another update this week if there are any big moves that happen. But give the video a like if you've enjoyed watching. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and I'll see you in the next video.